Aris is now a team which is beginning to establish itself. It's not now just a one-man show. Welcome to Split, and once again to the Gripper Stadium, the home of Jugoplastika. It's a packed arena and a marvellous atmosphere already building. The crowds here have had a great deal to celebrate so far this season. Can Aris, the team from Thessalonica, succeed where others have failed? I wonder. Also this evening we'll be taking a look at the match being played in Tel Aviv between Maccabi Tel Aviv and Philips Milan. Maccabi, with 2 home defeats this season, can't afford to lose again. Well, back to our feature match tonight. On paper, it should be a tight one. Let's have a look at the Series 5 standings before we get into that. Jugoplastika 10 points, well in the lead. Limoges 9 in second. Barcelona, Aris and Philips 8 points each. Maccabi, Den Helder and Lech Poznan trailing at the moment. Let's have a look at one result played last night. FC Barcelona beating Limoges 72-63. The week's remaining 3 matches are played tonight. We'll give you the results of those later. Very important fixture this tonight. Well, let's have a closer look at the Jugoplastika players. Number 7, Toni Kukoc. For me, he's Europe's #1 player this season so far. He's versatile, he reads situations well, he's an excellent team player, and his individual skills make him a difficult player to defend. He's just a natural player. Number 12, Dusko Ivanovic, is often the link between Toni Kukoc and Dino Raja. He's a top 3-point shooter. As captain of this talented team, he leads by example. Dino Raja at number 14 is destined for the ranks of the professionals. He joins the Boston Celtics next year. He's an agile player at 2 meters and 11 tall. He rebounds well. He too is difficult to stop in full flight. And he has this uncanny understanding with Toni Kukoc. Well, that's how they line up. Stratenovic, the playmaker, number 4. Toni Kukoc wears the number 7 vest. Sobin, the number 8. He's becoming a more significant player. Let's have a look at the second half of the team list. Ivanovic, the captain, wearing 12, and Raja, number 14. Those 2 players very important to the Jugoplastika effort. And Raja, of course, has got quite a battle against Stojan Rankovic, the big number 15 for Aris. On to Aris Thessalonica. Despite the fact that at last the players are looking like an organised team, much is expected from the European Cup's overall top scorer, number 6, Nick Gallis. He must succeed, particularly here in Yugoslavia. Michael Jones once more wears the number 8 vest. The former pro with the Milwaukee Bucks has been a significant factor for Aris. He works well inside, and he'll have to help stop Stojan Rankovic to control the backboard, as well as taking the pressure off Nick Gallis. Stojan Rankovic, the number 15, blocked 13 shots against Den Helder last week. The Yugoslav international will be matched with Dino Raja. If he can be at his best in this match, then Aris have a chance. I'll check for you on the numbers. Leperidis, number 4, and Giannakis, the number 5, is back. He's been injured, but he's back and fit, we're told. Gallis, number 6, and Jones, number 8. Some significant players in the first half of this team list. And as I promised you, look at number 15, Rankovic. 13 block shots last week, 2 meters and 17. His part, of course, a very important one in the Aris assault on Jugoplastika. Well, let's set the scene for you. The 2 referees clearly out, but they're the starting 5s, Jugoplastika and Aris. Nothing unusual about those starting 5s, it's what you would expect. And the referees, Mr. Sanchez of Spain and Mr. Gerrard from England. And difficult task they've got tonight. Jugoplastika in black, Aris from Thessalonica in yellow. And of course, it's a home territory for Mr. Ivanovic, and he pleases the crowd right from the start with that first basket there. Well, there's Giannakis wearing the number 5 vest with possession at the moment, or rather having just given up the ball. He's back from injury. Gallus in the middle, Liparidis is in, number 4. And it's an enthralling encounter with me once again, David Turner and Paul Stimson.
Yes, this is really going to be an interesting match. You've got Jugoplastika so far unbeaten, played 5-1-5 at home, wanting to keep the unbeaten record. And there's Dino Raja adding 2 more points. And on the other hand, we've got Aris, Thessalonica, who are unbeaten at home but have yet to win a game away from home. So this game tonight, Aris could do with a win, and Jugoplastika will be trying to stop them. But it will be a very, very interesting confrontation. And that man there in picture, Stoyan Rankovic, has got a lot to do. He's got to control the board. But as you can see there, it's 4 points each, and Jugoplastika trying to take the lead once again.
Kukoc defended by Jones. A ball in, Rankovic defending, and the rebound to Jones. The outlet pass quick. Gallus is there, defended by Stratenovic. And that was a nice shot. There's a foul there. David?
Yes, a foul there called against Stratenovic. I think for today's game, Aris have to get a win on the road. In order to do that, they have got to slow the game down. They've got to try and take Jugoplastika out of their rhythm. The way they're going to try and do that, I believe, is to try and keep control of the ball as long as they possibly can. Only when they have the fast break attack will they try and use it. Otherwise, they're going to try and keep control of the ball, taking every advantage of the 30-second clock.
Jugoplastika then trailing by 3. Kukoc out on the top, putting that long pass into the corner. And under pressure, Jones a good player, solid defensive player. Raja in again. And that's goaltending, 2 points. And the ball struck on its downward flight, of course, by the defending player. Yanakis now bringing the ball down. Paul, Yanakis wearing the yellow strip of Aris. He's been out for a while, injured. It's good to see him back. Certainly good for the welfare of this side. He is the captain of the Greek national team, isn't he?
Yes, that's very true. And there we see a foul on Dino Raja, and that was Liparidis there that drew the foul, number 4, with a nice pass from Nick Gallus. But as we were saying earlier, with Yanakis back now, that's very important for Aris, because they have 2 playmakers, 2 people that can dribble the ball and handle the ball well. And straight away we see foul call down Stratenovic. That's his second foul. And you can see that the referees are really tight straight away. They're Nick Gallus getting called being fouled there, and he'll have 2 free throws. And the crowd, as you can hear in round us, don't appreciate this. They want to see the game flow, but the referees straight away are making their mark by calling the fouls, and that will suit Nick Gallus. As we saw last week, he's an excellent free throw shooter.
Yes, his percentage from the free throw line very high as always. So 3 points the difference between these sides. We have the confirmation, and Jugoplastika, of course, in the black. And the bounds there, and Yanakis asking for a foul, but we've already had a couple of fouls, and the referees are starting out very tight. And I agree with you, Paul. I hope that this becomes a flowing game and we can see Jugoplastika in full flight. And I hope, well, a tight referee game would affect both sides. But as you say, Nick Gallus would enjoy a slowed down game. There's another foul, and it's very tight indeed, David.
Both these referees are very experienced. Last year they worked the first leg final of the Corach Cup together. Vicente Sanchez from Spain, he there has just called a foul there on Tony Kukoc for reaching in. Vicente Sanchez refereed the Olympic Games, the semi-final game between the United States and Soviet Union. He has a lot of experience, and I think so far the officials are doing the job they're supposed to do, calling the fouls as they see them. Oh, what a superb move by Raja.
Well, that's Raja getting him very, very close indeed. He will know what Rankovic is capable of, and he'll want to get in. Watch how he fakes Rankovic up. Rankovic goes for the jump, comes underneath him, and then dunks it. That's a marvellous piece of play. A marvellous. Gallus in, Rankovic over the top of Raja. Nice little turn, but it was short, but there's another foul. And is that against Liparidis, or is it against Jones? The scoreline 9-8. I think it is Liparidis pushing. 16 minutes and 41 seconds left in this first half. And Kukoc pushing the ball in to Stretenovic. Stretenovic defended by Gallis, a nice match up there. Ivanovic defended by Yanakis. And Liparidis, they tighten another foul. And you just saw the referee, Mr. Sanchez, say to Jones, don't talk, just play. But this is very tight, and we've had a lot of stoppages already, and already the rhythm of the game has been diminished. Ivanovic. Sobin, a little bit long, Rankovic can't get it, and Sobin gets a second chance. Stretenovic, three-pointer, it's off the backboard and in. What a good shot, that was a saving shot for Jugoplastika.
Yes, and Stretenovic is waving to his teammates. I don't know if he meant to shoot that off the backboard, but they all count, and that's 3 valuable points for Jugoplastika. And they're starting to get into the game now, but the fouls early on have upset their rhythm a little bit. But it's interesting to see Dino Raja and the other person there we saw, Tony Kukoc, steal the ball. He blocked the shot. Nice pass to Ivanovic. 2 more points. Beautiful play. Jugoplastika need that kind of transition. Steal the ball, fast break down the court. Lovely play. But as I was saying earlier, Dino Raja, the matchup with Rankovic will be very interesting, because Rankovic is 2.17 meters, and Raja will be going all out to make prove himself over him.
Well, is that the third foul on Stretenovic? I think it is. Well, the game's hardly started with 15 minutes and 35 seconds left in this first half, and Stretenovic, the Yugoslav playmaker, has 3 fouls, and on to the substitutes bench comes Pavicevic. And, well, that's a blow, actually. Rankovic, 26 years old, 2.17 meters, as you see on that caption. He's a very big man indeed. They live in the United Kingdom, well over 7 feet. But that is the significant player on the Aris side, Jones. If Jones succeeds and begins to do his job in defensive rebound department as well as in the attack, then, well, that's going to give problems to Raja, and it's going to give problems to the other big men on this Jugoplastika team. Sobin. Well, Sobin had, well, he took a look, everyone sagged off him, and the end result, he took a shot and was nowhere near.
That's exactly right, just as Gallis takes a shot and is blocked. Rankovic, of course, likes to play very close to the basket on defense. He, if you like, is the ultimate in rejection of shots. He just said, you take the shot. But that time, Ivanovic there took the outside shot. He again was unmarked, and when you give him plenty of space, he's going to make you pay. 2 more points there for Ivanovic.
That's 15-12 the score then. Yanakis being pushed off there by Ivanovic, using his body, pushing his opponent towards the baseline. And, well, there are a lot of players beginning to put fouls on their scoreboard. A little glance up by Ivanovic there, the captain. They can ill afford to keep it up at this rate in terms of their fouling. Mr. Sanchez almost flattened by Ivanovic there. Jones into Liparidis. Liparidis, the ball tapped away, and possession to Jugoplastika, I would think.
One of the things for the experienced players here, as we see Michael Jones putting the ball in, is that seeing as the referees have called the game very tight, they'll know exactly where they stand. So they'll know not to reach in, they'll get called for fouls. And there we see a nice pass from Yanakis, straight to number 4, Liparidis, for another easy 2 points. He's having a very good start to the game, and 15-14, Jugoplastika lead.
Yanakis putting pressure on Ivanovic, but it's a 2-pointer. He was just inside the arc. 17-14 then the scoreline. And Jugoplastika with a 3-point advantage. Jones. And that's Gallis out on top, defended by Pavicevic. Gallis, look at him turning and looking for that shot. Doesn't get it this time. But 13 minutes and 38 seconds left, 17-14. Look at that, 6 fouls to 2, so 8 fouls in the match so far. And that's a lot. That's on the high side. Well, that was way over the top. Yanakis has been out through injury, lacking practice quite clearly, but the sweeper is Gallis, as always.
Don't often see Nick Gallis getting an offensive rebound, and I don't think he'll get many more easier than that. The air ball from Yanakis came straight to him. He made amends with 2 points.
So Kukoc and Jones. Oh, beautifully. Well, it looked as though Kukoc had got that off the backboard. There was no other rebound power in there, having said that. And Jones was in the right place at the right time. And Giannakis calling the plays now and slowing things down, which is good discipline. And, of course, the slower game will suit Aris.
That's exactly right there. Another foul, this time against number Sobin, number 8. The slower game, the slower tempo is what Aris want. They want to reduce everything down, try to frustrate the Jugoplastika team, and then suddenly a quick burst as they try to penetrate inside. Try to take Jugoplastika out of their offensive rhythm, and I think so far Aris are doing a very, very satisfactory job with this tactic.
Well, the calls have been numerous and the rhythm has been upset, and it's come to the advantage of Aris, that's for sure. And is that a foul? It's another foul against Sobin, and I must say that looked from here a little harsh, but if we get a chance to look at a slow motion, we'll comment on it. But Sobin, the big number 8, been with Jugoplastika since 1978. 2 fouls to his credit, no points so far, but he is a significant big man in there. He has developed just a bit of late. So Giannakis on that free throw line, the guard playmaker, well over 250 internationals, 17-18 then the scoreline. Pavasevich bringing the ball down, and there's the advantage. Aris 1 point up now. And Brankovic closely attending Kukoc there, and a ball out of bounds once again. Colin Gerrard going to administer that on the far side. Kukoc defended by Jones. Jones is very tight on Kukoc. Pavasevich defended by Gallis. Ivanovic defended by Liparidis. Liparidis switching. Rebound by Brankovic once again, and another miss by Jugoplastika. Brankovic almost took that in the right place. Jones. And that's another foul, and that's against Dino Raja. And that's against Raja. And let's have a look at this. Jones going up, and Raja, well, he did what he had to do, and that's to go up vertically. Well, there's a timeout. One would expect it. We're going to take a break too. See you soon. Well, that's just before we take that break at 18-17. Just have a look at this marvellous team. And 1 more point from Michael Jones, wearing the number 8. 3 points to his credit at the moment, but defensively he's done marvellously well so far, and he's up for this game, that's for sure. And remember, Jugoplastika are in front of a very big home crowd here, and that's a distinct advantage. Aris have the reputation of playing well in front of their own crowd, but not so away. 3 points then, the advantage to the team in the yellow strip. The Aris side, Jugoplastika in black, and that's a foul. David?
Yes, as Raja started to penetrate, to drive inside there, the foul has been called against Brankovic. But the reason the crowd are whistling is because the score has been taken away. In other words, the contact took place before the shot began. Therefore, it's going to be a sideline ball for Jugoplastika.
So, 12 minutes then remaining. Ivanovic on the near side, defended by Giannakis. And that's Pavasevich out on the top. He's defended by Gallis. A man-to-man tight defence. Pavasevich, Raja out on top. No one deep in there yet. Ivanovic trying to clear out for Raja, and he did so. And Raja popped into the space. Nice play, Paul.
Yes, that's exactly what Dino Raja has to do. He has to take the ball at Brankovic. Stoyan Brankovic wants to sit back, as David was saying earlier, and block shots. But Dino Raja, he's 2'11". He's big enough to drive at him and make Brankovic defend him, draw fouls on him. That's excellent play. And now Jugoplastika got to defend, get the rebound from, hopefully force him to take a missed shot. Okay, that's Great work from Liparidis, and there's Rankovic just putting the ball in. But that's poor rebounding from Jugoplastika. They forced a bad shot, but Liparidis, who's having a really good game for Aris, gets the offensive rebounds.
Well, that's a foul against Brankovic, the number 15, and defensively now it's becoming difficult to play. The big men who, well, let's have a look. Brankovic looks as though he's gone up for the ball there. He could do little else, really. And the end result, another foul, which must be a great disappointment to him and to his coach. So the foul's going equally in a sense, but I must say I do prefer a rhythm game, and this isn't one of them. 22-19, Aris leading.
That call there, though, Stuart, in fairness to the referees, was exactly the same kind of call as the one on Raja before the break. Michael Jones drifting in. It looked like Raja went straight up, and he got called for the fouls. So at least the referees are consistent. But I agree with you. It's nice to see these players of great talent play. Now they're getting into foul trouble. We might well see a more hesitant game from them and a more conservative game.
1 point then, the difference. Aris still leading. That was unlucky, that little turning hook shot. It's proving so successful for Brankovic. And that's a nice open shot. The player substituted in Parasovic. And that was a very nice play with a three-point shot from outside that arc. Very welcome points indeed. Yanakis slows it once again. The crowd really getting involved here. And Jugoplastika 2 points up again. And the score line going one way and then the other. Jones out on the top. Yanakis. And that was way off beam. 2 shots now, Yanakis, it's taken that have been way off target. And that's another foul.
But again, it was Liparidis taking another offensive rebound. Nobody is blocking him out. He just says, thank you very much, draws the foul, which means he will have 2 more free throws.
Well, he's taking his time. Liparidis, born in Thessalonica. Been with the Aris side for 3 seasons. Former physical education student, came through the junior international ranks and takes his personal tally to 5. He's only 22, as you can see there. And very calm. It's never easy taking these free throws. And there's another foul again. And Brankovic, behind his man, is adjudged to have fouled again. Yet another foul.
That's his 3rd foul, and I think we're going to have to see him sitting on the bench. That's right, the confirmation. 3rd Lichna Greshna, the 3rd personal foul against Stoyan Brankovic. And today it's a big game for him in front of his home crowd, and say in front of the Yugoslav crowd. He will be desperately trying to impress the national team coach Ivkovic before the World Championships to take place in August in Argentina this year.
Yes, indeed. Ball nicely being passed around, and a foul again this time against the newly substituted player Katsoulis, wearing the number 12. Katsoulis, almost 200 full internationals. Katsoulis played with several teams in Greece. He's 33 years old now, 2 meters and 6, lots of experience. Now, what can Pavisevic do to create the space? There's an overload on the far side. Ivanovic opts for the shot, and that left the rebound department undermanned, but Parasovic got it, and the end result is a three-point shot again for Ivanovic. Dusko Ivanovic, the captain, puts in 3, and the crowd appreciate it. And listen to the crowd now. 4 points the advantage to the home side. Under 9.5 minutes left in this first half. Jones again. And Kukoc almost got the rebound. Now, who's going to get that? The attacking side.
The interesting thing in this game so far is the 2 big scorers, Tony Kukoc, number 7 for Jugoplastika, and Nick Gallis, number 6 for Aris, aren't really figuring. We've seen Dino Raja and Ivanovic for Jugoplastika, and we see, as a referee there, I believe, David, can you see exactly what's going on there?
Well, I can. I saw a technical foul sign go up, David.
Right, what in fact has happened, the personal foul's been called against number 10, I think, from the Aris team, and now that's the confirmation. Coach Ioannidis has just picked up a technical foul. He said a word too many to referee Colin Gerrard, and he's been penalised by a coach technical foul. 2 free throws and possession to Jugoplastika.
Well, I can understand the frustration of the coaches on both sides, because neither team, for my money, is being allowed to play at the moment. I love to see the fast breaking game of Jugoplastika. I enjoy to see the movement, and the players defensively are being limited. That's quite clear. There's a timeout being requested there by Yanis Ioannidis, the coach for Aris, and a lonely figure on that free throw line. 2 free throws and then possession from the halfway line. The end result of that technical foul, and Colin Gerrard just initiating the ball back across to his colleague, Mr. Sanchez. And so that was a blow for Aris there, and the ball being brought in by Pavicevic. Pavicevic on the near side, and the number 14 Raja on the top, cutting deep, but that won't count. The whistle went earlier, and we've got yet another call, and the long walk down court, I fancy.
Yes, an offensive foul has been called for an illegal screen. I suspect it was called an illegal screen against number 12, Ivanovic. At any rate, a timeout requested by Yanis Ioannidis for Aris sees both teams going in to listen to instructions from their coaches.
Well, it's 28-23 the scoreline. Jugoplastika leading at the moment, and this side just trailing, but that last play and the technical foul couldn't have helped them too much. But there must be a fair bit of frustration in both camps. There are a lot of calls here, and whilst we accept the contact, there we are, confirmation, 9 minutes and 8, 16 fouls already with 9 minutes and 8 seconds left with that scoreline at 28-23. We do enjoy the contact between the big men under the basket. It's a matter of degree, and of course if a referee begins, or a set of referees begin to call it very tight indeed, then of course the fouls will flow and the players won't want to go in and defend as well as they might and initiate the outlet passes. Look at that, 3-3, 2-2-2. There's a whole array of fouls, and for me, I wish the referees would let them play.
One of the crucial things later on in this match might well be the bench strengths of these two respective teams. If their star players or some of the better known players who play more foul out early in the game, then some of these bench players might well have to come in and play and pick up the slack. But there we see Nick Gallis cutting through, getting an easy 2 points with a layup, and it really will be interesting now to see if Jugoplastika can get back into their rhythm, get back into their poise, get good shots, work for each other, and try and get back to playing the type of basketball that has kept them unbeaten for the first 5 games of this competition.
Well, there's a travelling violation, and just one observation, that Tony Kukoc in a sense has been very quiet in this game. He's not been able to penetrate as he normally does. Gallis is fouled again, this time by Pavicevic, the number 6. And a little smile on the face of Yanakis with the 8 minutes and 26 seconds left. And Gallis on the free throw line. And it's 28-25. Nick Gallis on 9 points at the moment. 33 years old, remember. And born in New Jersey. Physical education graduate from Seton Hall College. He's now up to 10 points. But he's devastating from the free throw line, that's for sure. 28-27 the scoreline now, and Jugoplastika just that slender 1 point lead, and they can't get away from this tenacious Aris side. Well, double team almost there. Look at Liparidis working on the big number 14 Raja. There's another foul, and on Liparidis again, and it's a very tight man-to-man, but another foul, and the rhythm once again is stopped. It's 1 for 1 with 8 minutes and 8 seconds left. For me, far too many fouls. The players are not being allowed to play.
I think in fairness to the referees, they've decided they want to call the game tight because they want to maintain their control of their game. Remember, for any refereeing perspective, you must have absolute control of the game. And I think these two today have called things, okay, they've called it tight, but I think in most cases their calls have been good ones.
It's a matter of degree. It is a matter of degree, and my own point of view is that we're not seeing the flowing play that we've seen in the previous weeks of this European Championships, and I think that's disappointing. Romanidis on the near side. On Jones, what a rebound! Now, is that another foul? And the crowd very quiet here. Aris back into the lead 1 point, and is that another foul on Dino Raja, I wonder? It must be.
Here's a great rebound from number 8, Michael Jones. He goes up, Dino Raja does foul him. The foul has been called on Raja, but that just shows, I mean, we're talking here about the referees, but in fact, Jugoplastika are not playing well as a team. Their rebounding defensively is very, very poor. Right now, Vrankovic is out, he has 3 fouls. They have a distinct height advantage, but we've seen Liparidis constantly get rebounds, and now we see Michael Jones. And Jugoplastika have got to put the referees, they've got to put everything else out of their mind, and they've got to play what they do best, and that's play good team basketball. At the moment, if I was the coach, I'd be getting the ball into number 14, Dino Raja, down close to the basket, because he's the tallest player on my team, and he has a smaller player defending him. But at the moment, they're letting themselves get knocked out of their stride, and it's hurting them.
Oh, Tony Kukoc on the bench, you don't see that too often. Pavicevic, 2 points to advantage, and that's another foul. Yanakis, number 5, acknowledging. And 30 points each.
They must have been listening to me, Stuart, because that's exactly the way. They moved the ball, they were patient, they eventually got the ball to Raja, close to the basket, who scores, fouled by Yanakis. And you see a picture there of Vrankovic, he's sitting there, he's wondering, well, what would I have done to that? But he's got 3 fouls. He'll probably be rested for the rest of this half because they'll want him for the second half. He can't afford to pick up a 4th foul.
But defensively, the big men are finding it very difficult indeed to get into full swing. Good rebound there, and slow pedestrian attack. 6:52. Yanakis to Romanidis, and back to Gallis, and Jones in the middle, using Jones as the penetrating player in the centre, and that's another foul. And is that on Tabak? Finally acknowledges. And there's Raja, 10 points and 3 fouls. That's Raja's statistics. And on the bench, just comes forward to greet his team coming back in for a timeout. And the statistics of the game, which are so well presented by the Yugoslavs, available to the crowd. And those statistics show that, of course, Aris have had a very high percentage of their free throws, certainly. It's fairly even from the 2-point line, but Jugoplastika certainly leading in the 3-point execution division. We've got 6 minutes and 43 seconds left in this first half. Jones, the number 8, in the centre of your picture. It's 32-30, 2 points up this team. There are the statistics, just to confirm what I was saying. 3 from 4 from 3-point line, that's Jugoplastika. 9 from 18 from the field. Aris 10 from 24, that's 2-pointers. 12 from 14, Aris, from the free throw line. And 14 rebounds, fouls rather, to 9 between Jugoplastika and Aris. Well, that is a lot of fouls, David, in anybody's book.
Yes, but I think when you've got the pressure of this sort of game, it's not unnatural for this to have taken place.
So I think when you talk about the previous games we've watched, there have been running, fast-breaking games, and I wish we could see a little more of that here. That's all I'm saying. Right, it's Pavicevic, and Kukoc back on after a brief exit. Under pressure again, this time from Jones. Gallis. Oh, Gallis, a little roll-in, a beautiful roll-in by Gallis, and 2 points to him. European Cup's top scorer takes Aris to 4 points ahead of the European Cup holders with just 6 minutes left in this first half. You've just joined us, Jugoplastika, the European champions in the black strip. And Pavisevic and Ivanovic. Ivanovic, oh, a marvellous shot from Ivanovic. Just inside that arc. Looked as though he'd had his foot on the line. 34-32, 2 points it was. And Giannakis back down again. The defence still man-to-man. Ivanovic sagging away from Giannakis. Jones being marked by Kukoc. Kukoc is there and almost checked it out. But that, a nice little play there by, is that Philippou? Number 11 it is.
Aris really are playing well as a team. Jones and Gallis are drawing defenders to them because Jugoplastika think that they're going to shoot the ball most of the time. And in fact, what they're doing is passing the ball off to more of the lesser-known players who are getting easy shots. But there's 2 points there from number 5, Perisovic, and that keeps Jugoplastika in the game. 36-34 Aris lead, and right now they're playing very much more as a team than Jugoplastika, and this really is a surprise.
So 4 minutes and 38 seconds left in this first half, and Gallis in again, asks for the foul, doesn't get it this time, but he does get his points. There's Sobin sitting on the substitutes bench, waiting to get back on for Jugoplastika from Split.
Yes, the call there from Nick Gallis was very much a player's call. He's saying, hey, you've called contact the whole game so far. I was hit then, why didn't I get another shot? And that's some of the problems that we'll see as this game goes on. We get inconsistencies with the call. We've seen so far that everything has been called. Will it slacken up in the second half or will it carry on?
Ivanovic there. More points on the board for him. What a good game he's having so far. This long-range shooting, which defeats most defences. If the pressure isn't put on him, then, well, he can hit that basket at will. Giannakis having another go. That's better for him. He's had some bad misses early on in this first half, but he's getting his confidence back slowly but surely. And Aris are now 4 points up. Pavisevic. Ivanovic, a three-point attempt again. Giannakis comes away. No rebound power at all in there. Kukoc. Foot out of bounds. Jones. And David.
Yes, the referee's just brought the ball back again. He wants to handle the ball because the throw-in had to be taken from the front court. Again, we have Gallis now slowing things down. He has played a central role in Aris's display so far. Everyone expects him to shoot. There, what did he do? He passes to number 11, Philippou, 2 points. We're seeing Gallis in a different role today, and it's proving very, very effective. The other factor, Kukoc has been completely shut down by Michael Jones. And don't forget the defensive role of Giannakis. Giannakis has come back after that nasty head injury against Limoges. 2 points there for number 8. Sobin reduces the gap. But Giannakis' impact, both as leader and as defensive player, has turned this game around.
Well, under 2 minutes and 50 seconds left then in this first half. And 38-44, Aris still leading. And Pavisevic. The screen being set by Sobin, not used by Pavisevic. Gallis marking Pavisevic. And as you just said, Jones marking Kukoc. Ivanovic is free again. And that's the danger, actually, for Aris. If Ivanovic gets free, then he can cause all sorts of problems for them. And Giannis Ioannidis knows that. And I just fancy he's remonstrating with his defence there because they are giving him too much freedom. But that's the path, that's the way, that's the pattern that Jugoplastika use. They like to pass the ball around, free their captain to take the shots. 2 minutes left then in this first half. Gallis tapped away by Kukoc after it had hit the ring, no problem, and away it comes. Jones again, and Jones is a factor here, checking that ball away. Gallis, 2 points, a foul, which means it's a bonus shot. It's against Ivanovic. That's a big call. 6 point gap, as you see, and the Jugoplastika captain, who looked to me to just run past the player. Let's have a look at this. He missed him totally as he went under the backboard. No doubt about that whatsoever, but the foul goes against him. Well, Paul, interesting once again.
Yes, I was just really commiserating there with Tony Kukoc. When things are going against you, they really are. He knocks the ball off the ring one end, he gets the ball the other end. Michael Jones blocks his shot. The ball goes down the other end. Gallus scores, and referees Sanchez there adjudges that Ivanovic fouls him. That's 47-40 now. Aris lead with just a minute left in this first half, and that's a good lead for Aris into his first half. And you just got the impression that Jugoplastika was stepping up their game, and that three-point play there really hurts them.
That was a foul on Romanidis, the number 9, 2 meters, 24 years old. And Ivanovic on the free throw line. There you have it, 1 out of 2 from the three-pointers, but 7 out of 9 two-pointers, and that's a marvellous statistic for the Jugoplastika captain. 19 points to his credit, so he's scoring quite nicely. He's hit 2 from the free throw line. The percentages don't mean too much, except the percentage relating to the 7 from 9. That's a significant statistic.
Yes, he really is playing a captain's role. Tony Kukoc is having an incredibly quiet game for him, but Ivanovic is taking up that slack there, and he's adding that extra firepower from the outside. 19 points already, and he's having a fine first half.
Well, 1 minute and 21 seconds left then. And that's Gallus again, creeping up on the far side and taking an unhindered shot, really. It's 8 points the difference, and this is becoming a significant difference. And that was an illegal dribble, I think, was it? Gallus saying to his players, keep calm. It's going with us. We've got this advantage. We've got possession. Let's make the most of it as we come down. Now, there's a timeout called, and it's to Jugoplastika, as one would understand. And their coach, Bozidar Malkovic, assisted by Kosta Yankov, have words with this immensely talented and youthful side that find themselves under pressure in front of their home crowd.
Yes, that call just there, a little mystifying. You saw it off the screen there that it was an illegal dribble, whereas in fact the dribbler wasn't being defended in any way, and normally you would expect that they would let the player get on and dribble the ball up the court. Maybe the referee felt his hand wasn't on top of the ball, it was underneath the ball, but that's a very, very tough call at this stage of the game. And we've commented throughout the first half on fouls, and there you see in fact points. Nick Gallus has 20, Ivanovic, number 12, have 19, Jones has 11, Raja has 10, and Perisovic and Liberidis have 5 each for their respective teams. But we've commented on the referees, but this really is the tightest refereed match that we have seen in the series of games that we've seen on Eurosport so far this season. Very much. We've really seen a lot of physical play in the past, and now these referees are not allowing any physical play, and it's upsetting the rhythm of both teams, particularly Jugoplastika. But that's how basketball is. Different games bring different referees together, and as a player you have to adapt. That's what the difference between a great team and a good team.
Less than a minute then to the end of this first half. Gallus tied up by the number 12 Ivanovic, but there'll be no hurry to take an early shot. They'll wait, they'll pace themselves, and there's another foul, and it's against Ivanovic, and he hardly looked to do a thing. He was just standing. Well, let's have a close look. Now, the pass was executed. He certainly was moving into Gallus there, but the pass went where it was supposed to go, and the end result, another foul against Ivanovic.
I think if you called every contact like that in a game of basketball, at the end you wouldn't have any players left on the court. That is a very, very tough call. There we have 21 points for Nick Gallus, 8 out of 8 from the free throw line. 51-41 now, Aris lead, 10-point lead, and we have 45 seconds left in this first half.
Babasevic, defended by Gallus. Yanakis defending the high post position, and another foul, this time against Romanidis, the number 9 for Aris, and we've got 35 seconds left. Romanidis judged to have fouled there. He's had 90 or thereabouts internationals. Another player born in Thessalonica.
Just listen to this crowd around us, Stuart. Really getting behind Oskar Ivanovic here. and really getting around the team. They realise that they've got a few problems right now, and they're trying to lift them at the end of this first half. That's what a great support is for. They really believe they are the best basketball country in the world. They're really behind this team, and this is going to be a great, great game, a great second half in store.
Well, just about 20 seconds left then in this first half. Giannakis, there was pressure on Giannakis as he began to bring the ball down, but he got it over that halfway line, and now Aris playing a cool, calm and collected possession game, and the final shot coming there from Romanidis, and just for once we see a fast break. I was almost there as the buzzer went, and that's the half-time, and well, it's been a very interesting first half, let's say that. And 51-43 is the half-time score, and Aris in the lead, and there are the statistics. 18 from 34 from the two-pointers for Aris, 14 from 25 for Jugoplastika, but that scoreline of 51-43 signals problems for Jugoplastika for the start of the second half. So, just give you a chance to have a look at those. 15 from 18 from the free throw line for Aris. Well, as they approach the half, we're going to take a break. See you for the second half shortly. As for Jugoplastika, that team in front of their home crowd playing here in the yellow strip, Aris from Thessalonica. And this team, led here by Božidar Malkovic, in problems. They've got an 8-point deficit going into the start of this second half, and 51-43, just to remind you once again, there it is, that scoreline. Colin Gerrard, the referee, at the centre. And now, I wonder whether the half-time break has given the coaches an opportunity to come to terms with the conditions of play on court. Brankovic back on at the start of this second half. Gallis. And Giannakis being pushed out by Stojanovic, who got 3 fouls very, very early in the match. And that's another Giannakis shot, miles off target. And that's how he started the first half. The crowd strangely silent for the moment, not happy with the way things are going, and fortunes have to change in this second half if their team is to come back. But let me repeat, Aris is a much better side now. It is balanced. Jones has given it a dimension. Brankovic has given it a dimension, a controlled dimension. That was Raja for Jugoplastika. But they are now very much the all-round side, with Giannakis playing the playmaker role, giving Gallis more opportunities to play elsewhere, and Jones now taking that shot has played a marvellous match. Well, if Aris do win this, then one will have to suggest that Jones has been a very significant factor in that win.
Yes, definitely. He is a very fine scorer, so there's a two-pronged attack very much. But there's a three-point shot, no, a two-point shot from Ivanovic. His foot was just on the line, and they'll need more of that. See, his foot there was just on the line as the ball goes up. Apologise for the pictures there, the poor quality. And the ball goes in, and that helps. But Jugoplastika are too good a team just to fall down right now. And the play there, the pass from Michael Jones, the pass there and the dunk that you saw doesn't count. The referee had already blown the whistle, and it's Aris's ball on the side.
That's right, another foul there. Seems to me Jugoplastika in the second half are trying to pick up the pace of the game. Remember, they're the team with the young legs. They may be the current European Cup holders, but under their coach of the year, European Coach of the Year, Malkovic, they've got to try and increase the speed and tempo of this game. They've got to look for the fast breaks when they're there. They've got to penetrate. They've got to look for their outside shots. To play it at slow speed is playing right into Aris's hands. There, another foul, this time against number 11, Philippou, will give Raja 2 free throws.
Well, Nicolas Philippou, 2 meters and 3. We've just got a glimpse there of the echelon of that crowd, and it is a big foul. There's a foul there, certainly. Is it against Giannakis? I think it is, the number 5, the captain of the national side. And that's 2 fouls against him. 4 points to his credit, but it's his playmaker role that is most significant. Tony Kukoc, born in Split, outstanding player, as I've said several times before, at the World Junior Championships in 1987, when he and Dino Raja featured very, very heavily indeed. Since that time, they've gone on to get silver medals in the Seoul Olympics in 1988. Another foul called here, and is that Parasovic, the number 5? I think it was, yes it is. 53-50 the scoreline, and Aris Thessalonica leading. There's 17 minutes and 10 seconds left in this 6th series match. And if you've just joined us, Jugoplastika in their black strip, not familiar, but Aris, the visiting team, given the option of their home strip, which is yellow, of course. And Giannakis bringing the ball away. A steal, Ivanovic is there, 3-on-1, and no chances taken there. Cool and calm.
Get the rebound chance for another attack. They really are playing so much better. There's much more urgency. Great pass and a slam dunk from Raja. And just look at this crowd. They are behind Jugoplastika. They're up for the game. And this really now, the onus is back on Aris. Jugoplastika are on a crest of a wave. They're really pushing forward. They're very intense and they're working hard for each other.
Well, certainly there now is an atmosphere which was lacking earlier on. With just 15 minutes and 54 seconds left, the Yugoslavs, there's a foul there against Giannakis, number 5, clearly indicated by Mr. Sanchez, Vicente Sanchez of Spain. And Giannakis collects his 3rd foul, 16:21 to go, 5 fouls in the second half overall, 55-54 the scoreline, and Brankovic a little glance up at that scoreboard to see what the state of affairs was. This is a little bit freer, this play at the moment. They're being allowed to do just a little bit more, and it's much better. It's better for the spectators and better for the players. Stratenovic out on the top. Ivanovic there. Oh, it's just short. The outlet pass quickly taken by Brankovic, but no fast break on, and Gallis slows it once again.
That's the difference to the two teams right there. Lovely pass though from Gallis to Michael Jones. That man Jones again is causing all kinds of problems. Gets the ball close to the basket and scores it. But just saying that the two different styles there. Jugoplastika want to speed the game up. They want a fast break. They want broken play. Whereas, as you were saying earlier, David, Aris really have a game plan of slowing the game down, getting the ball to Gallis, getting it to Michael Jones, getting good shots close to the basket. You see now, Jugoplastika 57-54 in the lead, and Aris are doing their utmost to get the ball back to narrow the gap.
Well, Aris certainly better defensively here. They're playing a defensive role, which we don't see too often from them. Raja's in, is checked out by 2 players, and it was one illegally. No, there's a travelling violation awarded there.
Yes, as Raja goes up to take the shot there, the big hand of Brankovic was already there. This meant we had a forced hellball situation, and as the player then came down, he then came down with the ball, still holding it, his foot touched the ground, and that meant we have a travelling violation. Here he is on the replay. He goes up, the shot's blocked, Raja is still holding the ball. That is a travelling violation. At the other end of the court, Brankovic again, but again, the referee has called a travelling violation, giving the ball back to Jugoplastika.
Oh, 2 travelling violations there. 3-point attempt from Tony Kukoc, and that's what Jugoplastika wanted, and you can see that's what they wanted, and Tony Kukoc delivers. So Gallis, slow, cool, calm and collected. It's 57 points each. This is the second half, the 6th series of this European Cup, the very best in European basketball. We promise you the best on Eurosport, and you're getting that. 14 minutes and 53 seconds left. Raja, Kukoc, Raja, that's the understanding that this crowd thoroughly enjoy week after week.
Awesome play from the 2 of them. Raja gets the ball, passes it to Kukoc, gets the ball back, and here he goes up over everyone, slam dunk, 2 points.
Well, all of a sudden this game has come alive. The home team playing for their home crowd now. Kukoc. And the referee, I think, wants possession once again. And I think there's a timeout. Yes, there is. The ball was taken, the timeout had been requested, and Aris have demanded that timeout. And what a treat this crowd are having, in a sense. At least just for once, they're being made to sweat just a little. They're not sure at the moment whether their team is going to come through this or not. They're not sure just for once.
Remember, the half-time margin was 8 points in favour of Aris. Now we've seen a sudden transition by Jugoplastika. They've quickened the pace, and now they find themselves 1 point ahead. This timeout has been taken by Aris. They must try to get back into their defensive rhythm again. They've got to try and slow the pace of the young legs from the Jugoplastika team.
Well, certainly it has the experience, and that experience has brought about these statistics. 15 from 18, Aris, from the free throw line at 83%. Now that is a significant statistic. 20 from 33, Jugoplastika, in the two-point department. So the two scores being made up in an entirely different way. That's interesting. Palasevic. Long shot, hustled. Liparidis has had a good game. Yanakis, the transition pass there to Gallis. Gallis defended by Kukoc. Liparidis moving down. Yanakis setting the screen. Jones. Well, Jones allowed to go in. The defending player allowed the contact, and the end result, the outlet pass again. Ivanovic almost got the shot. Kukoc is in. Opts for the pass off, beautifully shot off the backboard by Parasovic.
Lovely play from Tony Kukoc, penetrated in, drew the defence, they thought he was going to shoot, passed the ball to number 5, Parasovic had a nice easy little jump shot from the edge of the key. Here comes Gallis, penetrating in, 2 points to him.
61-59 then the scoreline, and 13 minutes, just looking at the clock, 15 seconds left. And just looking down, the 2-point advantage then to Jugoplastika. Stratenovic, Raja's in, over the top of the big man Brankovic over a 2-meter-17 player. Beautiful little turn shot from the number 14 for Jugoplastika. There it is, 63-59. And Jones playing out high for the moment, allowing the space for Gallis to drive into the middle. And there's another foul against Tony Kukoc, the number 7.
They've switched Jugoplastika at half-time, and now Tony Kukoc is defending Nick Gallis. And here we have him reaching across, gets the ball, referee judges that he hits a body, and so that's a foul. And there is a very unusual sight. That is Nick Gallis scoring a 3-point shot. He doesn't take many, and obviously, as you see there, the ones he does take, he obviously makes. That's the first three-pointer that Aris have made, and they're now 63-62 in the lead.
So 1 point between them. They've just joined us, Jugoplastika in the black strip. Aris from Thessalonica in yellow. We're in split in Yugoslavia. The Yugoslavs with their home crowd behind them and looking to pull back. And Jugoplastika have that 3-point lead now. The score has gone one way, then the other. Jones defended by Parasovic on the far side. And that's a foul on Jones.
In this particular case there, we had an illegal screen being set, being called by referee Sanchez there. That gives the ball back to Jugoplastika. I think the foul actually was against Liparidis, not against Jones. The illegal movement was caused by Liparidis. Remember, this Jugoplastika team, although they won the European Cup in Munich, only qualified by winning the Yugoslav League a couple of weeks later. And that was a disputed game where the Partizan team, the Partizan Belgrade, walked off the court with 28 seconds to go, forfeiting the game, leading Jugoplastika 2-0 up in the series, and the federation giving them the title.
So, just take breath for a moment as the Jugoplastika side come down. 65-64. The scoreline then, 1 point in it. And the holders, nice screen by Raja on the top. Ivanovic attempts the shot, Jones the check, and Gallis that little movement behind the back, and Jones once again the sweeper. He's all the way in, a marvellous play. He had two options. He could have passed it right or left. It was a 3-2 overload, but he just popped the ball in, beautifully controlled. So Kukoc, defended by Liparidis. The long shot. Jones again. Everywhere is Jones. Jones is the player of the Aris side at the moment. Stratenovic, the break on. Kukoc, will he take the three-pointer? No. 2 points to Perasovic. 67-66. And Jugoplastika 1 point up with 10 minutes and 41 seconds left.
I think Aris today have played exceptionally well. And they played well at the defensive end of the court. This is an end which we don't usually see them being very strong at. Again, another offensive rebound by Liparidis off the missed shot from Jones. He puts it in and draws the foul. Liparidis, that must be his 4th offensive rebound in this game. But coming back to the defensive play of Aris, we don't usually expect them to be very successful at that end of the court. We see the scoring power of Gallis, we see the scoring power of Jones, but it's today, the reason Aris are in this game and are doing so well is because of their sheer defensive effort.
Well, Tony Kukoc on 3 fouls now, and looking at the clock, just still 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game, so he's got to be careful, certainly defensively, and his driving potential will be at risk as well. So, Panasovic out on the top. Stratenovic. Nice little handoff. It was too good, actually. Ivanovic didn't read that at all. Kukoc swept it. And what a shot that was from Tony Kukoc. And the big man executes the three-pointer just when Jugoplastika needed it. There we are. 2 points the Jugoplastika side have over their opponents. Gallis, defended by Kukoc. Rankovic, tightly defended by Raja. Look at that outlet pass. Oh, and Ivanovic couldn't quite contain it.
Again, the ball goes to Aris. There was a foot on the line as he touched the ball. A throw-in then to Aris in their backcourt. Here we've got Ivanovic in caption. Now as the referee gives the ball to Yanakis, Gallis slows the pace, tries to get the offense organised. Remember, they're trailing by 2 points. Jugoplastika in the lead, 70-68.
Gallis marked there by Raja. Almost a steal by Perasovic. Perasovic has played well, and Bozidar Malkovic must be a little bit pensive at this stage of the game, and apprehensive perhaps. Long pass in to Gallis. Now Gallis has got to shoot over Kukoc, nicely screened off by Rankovic. Ivanovic defending Gallis on that last play. The number 11 Philippou, rebounder. Yanakis, badly taken shot that from Yanakis. Was not a great deal of control in it, lacked a little bit of discipline, but the Aris team playing way beyond themselves. 3 points, Tony Kukoc, the number 7.
Yes, that was a bad miss there from Yanakis. He missed the shot. There was no rebounders. Jugoplastika got the ball down, and there we are. Tony Kukoc outside the three-point line. So 3 points, and now 73-68. Jugoplastika lead. 5-point gap, and Aris really do need a good offense now to cut that deficit.
A little over 8 minutes left, and a foul again. And is that Ivanovic? It is. If it's Ivanovic, then he's getting into foul difficulties. The captain of Jugoplastika collects his 4th foul, and that's now confirmed at 25 points, but 4 fouls. So the captain is in trouble. Gallis tapped away by Sobin. Ivanovic bringing it away. Stratenovic, 3-point attempt. Rankovic. Look at the passing now, marvellous fast break movement there. Gallis on the end of that. Long pass, and the whole principle of breaking is get the ball down there quickly. It doesn't have to be just people.
Yes, in soccer I think they call it goal hanging, That was very much basket hanging or cherry picking there. Nick Gallis stayed down the other end, didn't come back on defence. The missed shot got thrown all the way down the court, and that's a very easy 2 points for Nick Gallis. Aris won't care though. That's 2 more points to narrow the deficit.
Oh, well played, Sobin. 75-70, 7 minutes and 8 seconds left. And far more freedom in play. Only 9 fouls called in this second half. The players being allowed to play, and that's good. Crowd thoroughly enjoying this now. Jones is in again. That little fade-away shot, so successful, and he looks so cool. 3 points the advantage to Jugoplastika. Ivanovic just inside the arc. Brankovic, Yanakis, Gallis. Oh, is that a foul on Kukoc again?
That's right. Referee Colin Gerard signalling that there was contact with the leg. Means that Kukoc has picked up yet another foul. Gallis will go to the free throw line once again. So far, Gallis has not yet missed a free throw.
Well, timeout, 75-72 the score. The timeout to Jugoplastika. 6 minutes and 32 seconds left in this match. 75-72 the scoreline, as I said. Interesting situation for Jugoplastika. Whether they can get their rhythm back and contain it, we'll see shortly. We're going to take a break. Join us back very shortly. Match in the European Cup competition between Jugoplastika in the black strip and Aris Thessalonica in yellow. At 75-72. Gallis there, the top scorer in the European Cup this season, averaging 39 points or thereabouts. Has got 31 already. There's 6 minutes and 32 seconds left in this match, and Jugoplastika have a 3-point advantage. 10 from 17 from the field, look, 59%, and that's a remarkable statistic, and the free throw statistic too is a very fine one too. Gallis doesn't miss too many in that department. Gallis bringing it away, player foot out of bounds, and the ball going back to Jugoplastika, and Stratenovic on the far side, as you see. Now a little stack and rotation. Ivanovic rotating off to receive the ball, and watch them break. It's a man-to-man defence. Watch the defending players switch from player to player as the attacking players move across, and that's Ivanovic being freed. He was actually, his defender was quite close. It was a good pressure shot actually from Ivanovic, that, and it's 77-74. 3 points the advantage. Gallis brings it in. Jones has it. Jones defended by Ivanovic on the far side. Raja's in there. This time it's what a battle between Raja and Jones. This time Raja wins it, and Stratenovic brings it away. And checked away again by Brankovic. Oh, say. Ivanovic, how valuable Ivanovic has been in hitting those long shots. At 77-74, the score. 79 now, the update on that score with that last basket.
Aris now, if they're smart, should slow the game down and take a good look at the Jugoplastika team. Ivanovic has 4 fouls, Tony Kukoc has 4 fouls. And they should now look to get the ball at those players close to the basket where they cannot foul. Because if they do, and Ivanovic, as we've seen, is of great value to Jugoplastika offensively, they will not want him to foul out. So Aris should move the ball and capitalise on those foul situations.
Lots of screens and lots of rotation. Brankovic is there. What a play by Brankovic. They got pole position, and he dunked the ball there beautifully. Gallis the assist. Another marvellous performance. If you have just joined us, then Jugoplastika leading by 3. They're wearing the black strip, and Aris Thessalonica wearing their familiar yellow strip. Stratenovic the man to foul, and that I make his 4th foul. 4 minutes and 51 seconds left. It's very tight indeed, this. Stratenovic, incidentally, got 3 fouls within the first 2 or 3 minutes. We're past the 17 foul situation. We're now in a 1-on-1 situation, so the first shot is good, then the second shot. 10 from 10 Gallus has got from the free throw line. A personal tally of 33, 10 from 17 from the field.
It looks as if there's some sort of problem. Gallus has gone to the line. For my money, he was the one that was fouled, and he's certainly explaining that to both referees. It looks to me as if the referees are insisting that Giannakis is the one to take the free throws. I'm sure Coach Ioannidis is going to make this point more forcibly. Be interesting to see the outcome here. Clearly, then, back in the backcourt, Gallus was the one that received the foul, and he should by rights be the one to go to take the free throws.
I think for once, David, we all agree this end, and I think all the Greeks agree with us. But in the heat of the moment, referees have got it the wrong way round. Now it's up to Giannakis, where he makes the first one. Can he make the second to maintain the 100%? Because I'm sure Nick Gallus obviously would have made them both.
Well, as you suggested he would, he did, and so it was no difference, although with the scoreline at 79-78. 1 point now, with a chance to go ahead from this offense. Kukoc looking for Ivanovic. Ivanovic, Kukoc. Sobin. Oh, unlucky. Rebound taken by Giannakis. There's another foul by Sobin. And is that 4 fouls on Sobin too? And Sobin, the number 8 there, been with Jugoplastika since 1978. Gallus, so much the most expensive player in the whole of Europe. Giannakis again on the free throw line. The number of times that Aris have found themselves on the free throw line, and he's got 5 from 5. Gallus has got 11 from 11. So it's 79-80 now, and these free throws are very, very significant.
Yes, now the Jugoplastika are in a bonus situation. Any foul that they give, Aris have got the advantage of a choice between one-on-one free throws or possession from the halfway line. And if Giannakis or Jones or Gallus get fouled, they are excellent one-on-one free throw shooters.
Nice outlet there for Aris. Jones, a lovely little roll. A beautiful movement by Jones. He's really enjoying this, a nice turning movement. And 3 minutes and 50 seconds left, 79-82, and Aris leading. Oh, and once you give Ivanovic space, then he's always dangerous. Always dangerous. 82-81 then, Aris still with the lead, and this score going one way, then the other. What a tight game we've got. We promised you that. It always looked as though it was going to be tight, because Aris is now a much better side than the side that started out. Unbelievable that this side lost as they did by over 30 points to FC Barcelona just a few weeks ago. It's an unbelievable situation, because this is a very different team, and it is a team. Stretenovic, Ivanovic. Well, Ivanovic there had to get over Brankovic. Giannakis. Gallus. So Gallus slowing it down.
Yes, they're getting organised. The clock's on their side, and you know, they want to work and get a good shot. There's Gallus going over the top of Dino Raja and Tony Kukoc. 2 more points. Excellent play from Nick Gallus. 81-84. Aris now have a 3-point lead going into the final stages of the game. And Jugoplastika must get a good shot. At the moment, Ivanovic is the only one that seems to be shooting the basketball. And we have a foul there called on number 8, Michael Jones, reaching in there. But it will be sideline ball, because at the moment Aris only have 5 team fouls. Once you've reached 17 fouls, every foul after that results in a one-on-one free throw situation or possession. Jugoplastika are in the bonus already. Aris have only got 5 fouls, sorry.
Long pass, trying to free Ivanovic all the time, aren't they, just to get that shot in. But as you say, there is too much of an overload on Ivanovic. And we've got another foul. Jones, the number 8. Michael Jones, all 2 meters and 2 of him. And Brankovic commiserates. And Raja goes to the free throw line. So just players with Raja, who has been very quiet in this second half.
Yes, we heard before the game that Raja was supposedly apprehensive against his old teammate from the national team, Vrankovic. Vrankovic, of course, is that 6 centimeters bigger, has this great intimidator of shots. Remember last week he had those 13 block shots against the Dutch team. Aris leading them by 1 point. For Jugoplastika to get back and win this game, both Raja and Kukoc have got to get more into the game.
Under 2 minutes left, and that's another foul on Ivanovic, and we make that 5. And Ivanovic, there it is, there's the confirmation, 5 fouls, and the Jugoplastika captain is gone, and there was always that danger. 31 points to his credit. He's taken the balance or the brunt of the attack, and 1 point Aris lead over Jugoplastika, and this is a serious loss for the European Cup holders. 1 minute and 57 seconds left, 1 minute 59 seconds left, 84 to 83, and the foul situation far more reasonable in this half, and the players have been able to play, and it's been very entertaining, and Aris have continued to play well. Gallis slows it down. They have the advantage. They can control the pattern and pace of the game for a while.
Interesting to see there that they took the ball out from the halfway line rather than letting Filippo, number 11, shoot the one-on-one situation. What they did is took it out, and now they'll eat up the clock, take some more time, and there's Michael Jones scoring, but the referees have disallowed the basket. And David, can you see exactly what went on there?
Yes, a foul's been called, but the foul was called before the shot was taken. That means Jones will either take the one-on-one, which I expect him to do, or Aris will opt for possession. As Jones is a much better free throw shooter, I would expect him to go to the free throw line. And in fact, this is what is happening. Remember, Jones was the outstanding player in the Greek Championship last year, albeit playing for the rivals PAOK. 1 minute 34 remaining. 22 points for Jones. He takes a second free throw. That's good. That takes the margin to 3 points in Aris's favour.
Some very worried faces there in this Jugoplastika crowd. The shot short, and less than a minute and a half left now, and a little glance up to the scoreboard there by Nick Gallis. He's going to slow it down. They'll wait to take the shot. They'll play possession. They'll run the clock down now. The crowd throwing projectiles down onto the court, and that is only going to stop the game. David.
Well, it's an interesting situation. The referee has correctly stopped the game. There were 10 seconds on the 30-second clock. Because the referee has intervened in this way, he must reset the clock and give Aris a new 30 seconds possession. That is a very, very crucial call. With 1 minute and 6 seconds to go, Jugoplastika trailing 83-86. They should have 30 seconds in which to take a shot. To stop the game at that moment is a very, very important decision.
Well, it is just a respite there for the moment, and Aris composing themselves now for what could be a magnificent victory. To come away, not having won away from home, then to come to the home of Jugoplastika and to win would be absolutely incredible. 28 from 52 Jugoplastika from the two-point situation, 30 from 56 Aris, 23 out of 27 from the free throw line for Aris, and that is a significant situation. Absolutely marvellous. It's both scores compiled in a very, very different manner.
Yes, most definitely. And here we have the ball out of bounds.
Just looking at that clock, it hasn't been set back, and only 8 seconds on that clock. It's gone back now, but the point we were making earlier, the clock having been stopped by referee's timeout, was not put back to 30 seconds, and that is 5 fouls on Toni Kukoc, and Jugoplastika are now in desperate trouble. He only has 12 points, but the team only has 1 minute left in which to survive this assault by Aris Thessalonica. The away team playing brilliantly here in this stadium. Nick Gallis, European Cup top scorer, adding more points to his total. 36 points again. Remember, he's averaging 39 over all the previous rounds, and that is some performance. He actually scored 45 points in one match and was on the losing side. So he is a significant player. 87 to Aris, 83 to Jugoplastika. Jugoplastika, Raja.
Now Jugoplastika must get a quick shot, preferably a three-pointer or a two-point. Oh, terrible pass, steal from Gallus. 2 more points. That's the game. Jugoplastika need now quick shots and to get the ball back. And the shot's gone in, that's 2 points. Now Aris will take their time.
There's a timeout called, and one would expect, and it's 89-85, just about 30 seconds left, and you can see there is a Greek contingent in the crowd in the background, but the vast majority of this crowd are sitting and wondering whether their team can pull themselves out of this very difficult situation. It now looks very unlikely. 89 to Aris, 85 to Jugoplastika. 30 seconds left, it can still be done, but look at that, 24 from 29 from the free throw line, 31 from 57. So the percentages from the field shots similar. 6 from 15 three-pointers for Jugoplastika, and that Gallus three-pointer the only one. So 38 seconds left. 89 to 85. Aris from Thessalonica leading the European Cup holders. Now, tense moments indeed within the last 30 seconds or so of this match.
Now Aris need to get the ball in and to run down the clock. They have 30 seconds before they have to take a shot. So if they're smart, they'll just run the ball down and then keep the ball. They might not even have to take a shot. There's a foul there on number 6, Pavicevic, and the ball. They have the option now of a one-on-one or from the halfway line. As you see, they're moving to the halfway line, taking the ball out from the halfway line. 25 seconds left, and Michael Jones has the ball. They'll just run down the clock.
And that's a foul on Raja, and Raja has 4 fouls. So 22 seconds left, and Aris Thessalonica have possession. 89 to them, 85 to Jugoplastika. Half-court pass being taken, and Yanakis has it, and the ball will be dribbled and passed. Out again it goes. No attempt on the basket whatsoever. Jones. And the clock counting down now. Under 10 seconds left now. Jones, Gallus, and Aris Thessalonica on the brink of a fine victory here. Sobin looking in. There's a little push, there's a foul, and the buzzer's gone, and the celebrations begin, but there was a foul, so there will be free shots. 89 to 85. Parasovic, the man to foul, and Aris Thessalonica celebrating a marvellous victory on Yugoslavian soil. Now, who would have expected that? It is a better side, this, and they come away with a win at 89 to 85. Yugoslavs very generous. Look at the spectators shaking hands. Marvellous sportsmanship in this crowd here, and this is one of those moments that one enjoys. There's the confirmation of the final score. It was one of the great moments. The first half was slow. The second half they were allowed to play, and they showed us some real basketball. And Jugoplastika in terrible foul trouble, lost their significant players, but that's it. Aris have won. Join us after the break. We're going to take a short break now to see Maccabi versus Philips Milan.
Δεύτερον, θα απομακρύνει ακόμη περισσότερο από το Final Four μια από τις βασικές διεκδικήτριες της πρόκρισης, τη Maccabi.